Um, okay. So what happens is this: I would not wait for people to join because this is a growing channel, and I'm not sure people. And I did not schedule this live. So the only thing that I'm here to do is to answer pre-class task questions. So in Nigerian law school, when you want to do a topic, in fact, let's say when you are done with a topic, you are expected to test your knowledge with what we call the pre-class task. Of course, it is called pre-class task because it's expected that you must have done the assignment, the tasks before coming to class the next day. So you must have read the topic for the next day, and must have done the tasks for the next day before coming to class. So, but because this is a YouTube channel and this is we are parties, yeah. So I have finished doing arrest searches, warrants, and all that in my criminal litigation playlist. So that topic that I just concluded, I want us to do a pre-class assignment, a pre-class task together. So I'll read out the scenario. Of course, you know that if you're about to enter law school, you should know that your questions as law students are usually scenario based. So they paint scenario for you to apply the principle of law you have learned. And so I would now read out the pre-class tasks so that we can answer the questions together. I know why I said let me do it last live stream, so that if peradventure anybody that is about to enter law school or in law school comes across this video, especially now that I'm doing the live stream, the person could ask questions and I would immediately answer immediately. So um so we will start with the scenario based question. So just know that this scenario is majorly on arrest searches and warrants. So it is um a good question, or a good scenario that would warrant you to apply the knowledge you have garnered from the videos that I've made on criminal litigation so far. So just listen and listen attentively. Now, this particular question, I have it on the link of the first video that I did on the playlist of criminal litigation for Nigerian law school students. So it's either you go to that link, to that page, to that video, and go to the description. You'll see the link at the down part of the description, or probably I'll still repost it on this particular live in the description. I don't know if live has description, but I'll still repost it here. In case I did not remember to repost it here, just go to the first video on that playlist of criminal litigation. You see the link there. It is the same question, and the reason I'm telling you to go there is so that you would see the question and you would read it yourself, and you would attempt the questions yourself. So we start. On the 15th of June 2022, 5 friends, namely Pastor Frank Michael of Mighty Faith Church, Gwarimpa, Mr. Adewale John, a taxi driver, plying the Buari to Gwarimpa Road, Anene Maigoro, Maimuna Amadu, and Ebuka Chris, all residents in Abuja, agreed to rob Senator Chinedu Opara, who resides in Zamzam Estate in Gwarimpa around 7 p.m. So these 5 friends, they've come together. They say, let us rob Senator Opara. So, okay, Chinedu Opara. Chinedu Opara was believed to have kept $2 million at home. The 5 friends shared the rules, thus. That's, they shared their rules. They say, okay, this is what you do, this is what you do. This is how they share the rules. Since Frank Michael is a pastor, he will organize a crusade at the time of the robbery in front of the estate to distract residents and security people in the estates, as well as stop police from entering the estates in case they are invited. Adewale John, who is the driver, will act as if he is scouting for passengers around the gate. However, he must monitor movement around the gate to alert Anene and Ebuka if the police arrive and are about to enter the estate. So that is for Adewale John, is to stay around the gate of the estate and be doing as if he's scouting for passengers, but he's still using his eyes to, look at when police come so that he can alert the Anene and Ebuka, who are the bad people that are expected to go and steal, go and rob. Okay. Okay. Maimuna Ahmadu's role is to stand by the main door to the senator's house to alert Anene and Ebuka if anyone, especially the police, arrives. Adewale John is also to station his car ready so that once Anini and Ebuka come out with the money, he will drive them away. Anini and Ebuka are to enter and rob the senator and his family. While Anini's role is to seize their phones and have everyone lie down, Ebuka is to go look for the money. All of them were alive to their roles. 5 minutes after the commencement of the robbery, Ebuka came out of the house and gave Maimuna Ahmadu $10,000, which he recovered from the pocket of the senator after searching him. 15 minutes into the robbery, the police were alerted and they came in mufti with guns hidden. Frank, Adewale, and Maimuna did not know when the police entered the estate and hence did not alert Ebuka. Maimuna was busy counting the dollars in front of the senator's house, hence was absent-minded. So the dollars that one of them came out and gave Maimuna, she was busy counting it. She didn't know when the police with Mufti came. When confronted by the police, she said she had come to see the senator's wife with whom she had some business. She quietly walked out of the estate and ran home. Ebuka ran out, but he was arrested at the gate of the estate by some youths in the estate. Pastor Frank and Adewale ran away. Anini was arrested by the police. Anini submitted himself to the police, but the police kept on beating him until blood started coming out from his ears, mouth, and eyes. The senator complained to the police that Ebuka had gone with his $10,000. Anini, however, confessed that the dollars were with Maimuna, whom he described as a lady wearing a veil just by the door, and he gave her address as number 12 Kochiko Estate, Buhari. 3 amongst the policemen, Inspector Kabiru, Sergeant Zainab, CPL Philip, went straight to Maimuna's house, that's Maimuna Ahmadu's house, to arrest her and conduct a search for the dollars. They forcefully opened the door and met Maimuna in the sitting room. CPL Philip Effiong searched her, while Inspector Omaru went straight to her living room to search for the dollars. In the room, he met Maimuna's mother praying on the mat. Ebuka, who was arrested by some youths, was taken to the house of one of the youths named Zachariah. Where he was locked up and beaten throughout the night. Ebuka escaped around 5 a.m. the next day and ran to Akwanga in Nasarawa State. The police applied for a warrant of arrest to be executed in Akwanga, Nasarawa State, which was granted. Pastor Frank was arrested in church on the 11th of February 2024 around 10 p.m. while he was preaching. Pastor Frank argues that it was wrong to execute a warrant of arrest on Sunday, as a Sunday is not a working day. He also argues that the church is the house of God, hence there shouldn't be an arrest in church. It's the house of God, you conspired to go and steal. Adewale, on the other hand, has been evading arrest. The police have secured a warrant of arrest to arrest him, but for over a year now, they could not see him. They decided to arrest the wife, believing that he would appear in the station if he was told that his wife was arrested. Now, based on this scenario, answer the following questions. A. Did the youths have power to arrest Ebuka? So I'm giving you an opportunity for you to of course, when you're watching this video, whenever you watch the video, depending on when you stream it, I'm giving you an opportunity to pause, because if I ask a question based on the scenario you've heard, and you have to pause and ask yourself this question and try to answer it based on the knowledge that you've gotten. Did the youth have powers to arrest Ebuka based on this scenario? Should I answer? Maybe I should just leave it for you. Okay. Now, yes, the youths have powers to arrest Ebuka. Of course, you know that arrests can be made by a private person. We learned it in criminal litigation. If these questions and this scenario is sounding new to your ears, it is expected that you should just leave this particular live stream or this particular video, when it will be a video, and go and watch my playlist. Go and watch criminal litigation playlist. This is for people that want to enter law school or Nigerian law school, not year one. You want to come and start watching. Anyway, So did the youths have powers? Yes, they do. The youths had powers to arrest Ebuka because private persons are empowered to arrest. I don't understand this bed. Okay. Private persons are empowered to arrest, so yes, the youths had powers to arrest. Were they right to have taken Ebuka to their house? That's number 2 question. Were they right? Were they right? So if a private person arrests somebody, what is the procedure? We did it in our lectures. If as a private person you arrest somebody, you are expected to immediately, as soon as practicable, deliver the person to the nearest police station. You do not have any right to keep a suspect in your house or to keep him somewhere without delivering him to the police station. And when once he's brought to the police station, what is the police expected to do? MCQ question. He's expected to rearrest the person. So number 1 question, yes, they have the right to take Ebuka to their house. I'm sorry, not. No. It's a lie. Number 1 question, they have the powers to arrest Ebuka. Number 2, do they have the powers to take Ebuka to their house? No, they don't. What should they have done? They should have gone to the nearest police station and deposited Ebuka. Okay. What is the procedure to be followed to arrest Ebuka, who escaped Nasarawa, and to bring him to Abuja? Remember when we talked about warrant issued by another judge? Okay, warrant issued by another state that should be effected in another state. Warrant issued by a state that should be effected in another state. What is now the procedure? It is now left for you to answer it. What is now the procedure? Because I know I repeated and repeated it. What is the procedure of a warrant that is expected to be executed in another state? You're looking at me, I'm looking at you. Okay, so they said, what is now the procedure to be followed to arrest Ebuka, who had escaped to Nasarawa State? Remember that Ebuka was arrested by the private citizens. They were beating him. He now escaped to another state. So they have a warrant of arrest. They want to execute it in another state. What is the procedure? Okay, so they will carry the warrant. They will go to the other state.